With me now is retired four-star Air Force General Philip Breedlove, who served as the commander of U.S. European Command, and from the House Homeland Security Committee, Congressman Carlos Gimenez. Gentlemen, great to see you. Thank you very much for being here at this moment. General, I just want to ask about the strikes themselves. As much as we know, we have learned more information than I thought we were going to get by now. We had 85 targets that were hit, numerous aircraft, including manned and unmanned. Of the manned aircraft, it included some long-range bombers flown from the United States. That's a bit unusual, is it not?
Well, thanks for having me on. And it's unusual that we exercise it or use it, but it's not unusual that it is a capability that we rely on. And this bomber, what it brings is a very heavy load of independently targetable weapons. And the weapons can be of multiple sizes and use multiple fuses to give different effects. So this is an incredibly versatile weapon for what they're doing right now.
Now, just staying with you for another question, General, what about timing? We have heard that perhaps there was too much telegraphing going on, that maybe we should have hit sooner. I can imagine it must have been quite an effort to put together aircraft that were to fly in a unit all the way overseas to this air, but I don't want to make excuses. What about the timing? Was it too late?
Well, I both agree and disagree with your previous speaker. I agree we should have hit them much quicker, much quicker. But when we got close to the dignified transfer, I'm glad that we honored those 3 fallen soldiers by not confusing that ceremony with this strike. So just to recap, I believe we should have hit them quicker and hard. But once we decided that was not what we were going to do, then I'm glad we didn't cover over a dignified transfer with the start of these strikes.
And Congressman, I want to start with the service people who were killed about a week ago now. Do we have to wait until there's another serviceman killed before we take actions if these prove insufficient to deter Iran?
Absolutely not. I mean, what, we gave them a week to, hey, we're coming. Hey, we're coming. Hey, we're coming. Okay, you hit the 85 little, separate targets, but they knew you were coming. So how effective actually was it? Then on the other side, look, the big problem here is Iran has increased its revenue fivefold since President Biden took office. The sanctions that President Trump had in place were incredibly successful. They had dissent inside of Iran, and then Iran wasn't spreading, this discontent and chaos throughout the region. And so, what is President Biden going to do about sanctions against Iran?
Right.
Choke them off, cut them off from their revenue, so that they can't themselves spread chaos, but then they also can't fund those surrogates that are spreading chaos throughout the Middle East. This president is weak, has always been weak. Our adversaries know he's weak, and they're going to continue to harass and, unfortunately, kill American servicemen and women around the world, because our adversaries know that this president is incredibly weak, and his response is going to be telegraphed. And I completely agree with Representative Byron Donalds. Look, the hot stove rule says that once you touch that hot stove, and America should be the hot stove, you're going to get burned, and you're going to get burned right away.
Yeah.
That's the message that we need to send to the rest of the world.
But General, there's a misidentification, I think, of military people as being war hawks. I've got a son in the Marines. If you're in the military, if you've been in action, you are not in favor of war. And we have this option that the congressman was talking about: sanctions, sanctions, sanctions. Iran was down to single-digit billions of dollars in reserves. Now they have double, maybe even triple-digit billions because the sanctions were removed. Shouldn't that be the first step that the president makes unilaterally, to put those sanctions back on Iran and bring them economically to their needs, so we don't have to put our service people's lives at risk?
I would argue that we have more tools, even above and beyond the sanctions, that we need to use. There are diplomatic tools to bring pressure we haven't used. There are informational and intelligence capabilities we haven't used. We are now using the military capabilities, and as you have brought up, we also have economic capabilities. And so I believe we should use every tool in the toolkit to make sure Iran knows what they need to stop. This is about Iran. All roads start in Iran, and all roads end in Iran.
I agree. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. We had you on for different subjects, but we appreciate you shifting to the breaking news. I appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.